Hey everyone, so if you've followed me for a while, you know that I've preached to buy cards on eBay raw and then get them graded. And while I still do this, I've actually been buying a lot more on Facebook recently. So I wanted to show you guys my process for doing that. I'm going to show you my screen, my full process for doing that, including an example of a deal that I closed a couple weeks ago. So there's a few advantages to buying on Facebook. You can negotiate bulk deals, get everything shipped at once, and you can save on some prices even because eBay fees are a real problem for sellers. So oftentimes sellers will be willing to sell slightly below recent comps. So I'm going to show you my whole process. Let's jump into my computer. Hope you guys enjoy. Please like and subscribe if you do.
Okay, let's go ahead and jump in here. So there's a few Facebook groups that I like to buy and sell on. This is one. This is a good one to start with. So if you want to join it, go for it. I'm not affiliated with it at all, but I've had a lot of success buying here. So I found it's kind of a big waste of time if you scroll through the existing posts and try to find stuff that you're looking for, with a few exceptions. But for the most part, what I'll do is I'll put out a post that I'm buying, and I'll be very specific about everything I'm looking for. So you see raw only. I never buy anything graded because this is obviously for raw to PSA grading. So I've been buying anything Wemby, a couple other basketball rookies, just Prism and just colored and silver. And then since there's a basketball special this month, um, you know, I get some cheaper legend cards, and then I always stockpile these cards anyway for specials. That's a good idea if you have a little extra capital to do that. So you'll get a ton of comments flooding in. A lot of them you'll have to weed out. They're asking over comps. They won't even read your posts, and they'll post graded cards on here, all sorts of stuff. But you'll also get a lot of people who are willing to deal with you. Um, I pay very strong for raw cards. So obviously I can buy very competitively because I pay extremely strong even for large lots of cards. So I just want to walk through one transaction with you guys. So yeah, you'll get a lot of comments, respond to any asking for prices, don't be afraid to be scrappy here, like negotiate, ask for prices, comp things out. It takes work, but if you can negotiate big bulk deals, you'll save on shipping. You'll be able to oftentimes talk them down to 90% comps, which is a win-win. They'll get more than they would get from eBay, and you'll get more, or you'll get a better deal than if you bought everything separately from eBay. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this transaction right now. This guy messaged me that he was going to send me some pictures of everything he had. So we're going to jump into that. So we'll just go through this. Yeah, he just started sending me pictures of everything he had. A lot of it fit the bill with what I was looking for. Some Cam Whitmore. I don't think I specified him, but I've been buying him as well. Derek Lively, the Thompson twins, Gigi Jackson, Brandon Miller. So I wasn't interested in all of these cards, but I picked out the ones that I was interested in, and we started working a deal. With Wemby's, I was interested in everything. So here's how I kind of went about it first. He sent me these two pictures. I always just check comps, write them down on a little notepad, and then add up the comps, multiply it by 90%, and that's my offer. Super simple, just easy. That's my process for doing it. So I came back to him with an offer. He was asking a little bit high. He was asking 600 for all, 360 for the Wembies. Um, Oftentimes sellers, and I definitely am not exempt from this either as a seller, they'll look at high comps and kind of base their comps off of that. As a buyer, I try to be fair as well. I don't just look at the low comps. I try to do average of the last 5 or 10, depending on how common the card is. So you can see here, I try to be very fair. Let me know if you see anything different. If people are way off on certain cards, we can always take those out and work deals on the others. So I went ahead and just comped everything out. Total comps 333. My offer was 300. So $60 lower than his asking price, but right away he said deal. I think he realized that, I wasn't messing around. That is a pretty strong offer considering I was taking all of these in bulk. He wouldn't have to deal with selling them separately. So then went ahead and picked through the other lot. And then as I was doing that, since I was paying strong, he went ahead and sent me a bunch of other cards that I was able to look through and pick through as well. So here's what I did on the other ones. So total comps 125, offer 113. How about 120 for those? He, rebutted. I'm not going to haggle over a couple bucks. But then he kept sending me more pictures of other stuff to look through. So I continued to do that, continued to comp things out, and finally came up with this final list with an offer. So he was totally fine with that. Sent me pictures of everything I bought. It was like 64 cards for 480. So one shipping cost, one box. Easy for him, easy for me. I've been doing a lot more of this lately, and I've found it to be really successful. So I set aside the football cards and a couple of the older Jordans because they wouldn't work with this month's NBA special because they were prior to 1990. So anyway, sent him the payment, sent me the package, everything went well. I ended up grading, I don't remember the exact number, but probably 48 of the 64. So that's like 75%. And I have at least 5 or 6 more that I'll grade at a later time. So anyway, this is one example of a deal that worked out really well. And I've been making tons of these deals. Like, this is not rare to find people that sell cards raw that don't really grade, sell them in bulk, and you can grade them and do really well. I mean, stay tuned for the PSA reveals because I guess if they all grade terribly, then I'll eat my hat. But I've had really good luck with grading this year's NBA stuff. It's a lot better quality control than the last couple years from what I've been seeing, with the exception of Donruss, I would say. But anyway, would love to hear about any of your questions. I'll be doing a lot more videos in the near future, but this is kind of my buying process for Facebook. I have a detailed video for eBay as well, so check that out if you haven't yet. Both are great avenues to buy. You can still make a lot of profit with sports cards in 2024. So let me know if you have any questions. Please like the video if it's been helpful, and we'll see you guys next time.